Over the weekend, social media was on fire as a dramatic online showdown erupted between blogger Cyprian Nyakundi and activist Hanifa and Kimuzi. The heated exchange, which unfolded on X, formerly Twitter, left Kenyans divided as explosive allegations surfaced threatening to shake the credibility of some of the country's most renowned activists. The saga, initiated by Cyprian Nyakundi, saw him drop bombshells claims about last year's historic Maandamano protest. If you recall, these were the demonstrations that marked a turning point in Kenyan history as youth took to the streets to fight against the controversial financial bill. Even after President William Ruto withdrew the bill, protests persisted, showcasing the growing frustrations with the current regime. However, Nyakundi now claims that things were not as organic as they seemed. Over the weekend, Nyakundi alleged that the government secretly released 500 million Kenyan shillings, and that was on June 26, 2024, amid fears that protesters would storm State House. He further claimed that 450 million Kenyan shillings was embezzled by powerful cartels, while the remaining 50 million Kenyan shillings was used for campaigns, including social media, to deter the public from advancing to State House. Nyakundi went on to share shocking details, alleging that specific hashtags were crafted and paid to control the narrative. Some of these included stay at home, guys, State House is a no-go zone, which equal to 10,000 Kenyan shillings. And we have already lost enough lives occupying State House means more dying, and that amounted to 15,000 Kenyan shillings. We have already won, guys. The president has dropped the finance bill. Occupying State House is not a good idea, and that equal to 30,000 Kenyan shillings, and so on. Nyakundi also revealed that he himself was offered 30 million Kenyan shillings to betray the movement by blaming the then Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and discouraging people from marching to State House. However, he claimed he rejected the offer and stating, "Bro, Kenyans wanted to finish the assignment, but most of you were given tunes to discourage people from going to State House. Personally, I was offered 30 million Kenyan shillings to blame Rigiji and discourage the movement, but I refused. The same night I posted that Hanifa and Cairo were bought, I had already been approached earlier. In fact, they sent 4 people to me and I refused. Even the tweets Hanifa posted, I had already seen them early." Hanifa, one of the main activists caught in the storm, fired back at Nyakundi, dismissing his claims as baseless. She took to X to sarcastically respond, "Napenda hii messy timeline hapa. Nyakundi ameamka na slanda zangu, pia yeye anapikwa very nice. Haha, wacha tupikwe wote. Uzuri ni the same locust Twitter account saying the same things. Mmejaribu mara mob kuniangusha hamchoki. Gota moment kila saa. Ah, boring." In another tweet, Hanifa suggested that Nyakundi himself was the one being paid to discredit her and others. When a user commented, "Unpopular opinion, saa hii sasa ndo Nyakundi amelipwa kuwatenganisha." Hanifa responded with, "Asante my G, you are a smart man." Kimuzi, also a key activist in the protest, dismissed the allegations, calling Nyakundi an opportunist and extortionist. He took to X to defend himself, saying, "My conscience will always be clear, hata mspin narrative aje, Nyakundi an extortionist, haezi kataa hata 500k. Nitakuwaje NIS na walikuwa wananisaka." He further lamented that these distractions were derailing the movement, treating "munanishika chini kiasi kupata unity, someone analeta distractions even though itakuwa hadi mwisho is draining." With these bombshell allegations, Kenyans are now left with one burning question: who is telling the truth and who is lying? Each party is standing firm in their version of events, leaving social media users to speculate and pick sides. As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear: the fight for Kenya's future is far from over. Well, guys, what are your opinions about this saga that happened over the weekend between Kimuzi, Hanifa, and Cyprian Nyakundi? Well, blogger Cyprian Nyakundi is the one who initiated these claims that there were some activists that were paid off to direct Kenyans from, or rather to divert Kenyans from occupying State House. And in these, among these activists, Cyprian Nyakundi mentioned Hanifa and Kimuzi. He did not mention other names, although he said that Cairo was also among the few that were paid to divert, or rather to betray the movement that saw Kenyans lose their lives. And it was historic maandamano that happened last year in June when Kenyans took to the streets to protest against the finance bill, or rather the controversial financial bill that, and even after the protests were over, Kenyans were still on the streets because they were out there trying to pass their point out, to try to show the whole world that they are tired with the current regime. And despite all this ongoing, there were the key leaders that were in the middle of the protest. And now Cyprian Nyakundi says that they were paid to betray the movement, and he has all the evidence. Well, guys, what do you think about all these allegations laid by Cyprian Nyakundi? Keep the conversation going in the comment section below. I will see you on the next one, definitely. Bye for now.